Hello, welcome back to Learn Physics. In today's topic, we are going to discuss about the in-text questions and some of the textbook questions from the chapter Motion. Okay, so in last video we finished all the theory portions, that is till circular motions we did. Okay, so equations of motions, numerical we didn't do. So today we are going to do the numericals from that chapter, that is that in-text questions and some of the textbook exercises. Okay, so first one, this is from page number 109. Okay, first question. A bus starting from rest moves with a uniform acceleration of 0.1 meter per second square for 2 minutes. Find the speed acquired and the distance travelled. So the question, a bus starting from rest. If the bus is starting from rest, if the object starts from rest, then initial velocity of the object will be 0. Okay, if it is starting from rest or if the object is dropping, in all those cases we will take the initial velocity as 0. But instead of dropping, as I explained in the theory portion, if we are throwing an object, it will be having that velocity. If we are dropping the object, initial velocity will be 0. If the object is starting from rest, then the initial velocity will be 0. Okay, moves with a uniform acceleration of 0.1 meter per second square. So acceleration is given as 0.1 meter per second square and uniform acceleration they told. So we can use the equations of motion. Okay, so the equations of motion we can apply only in the case of uniform acceleration. Okay, for 2 minutes. So time is given as 2 minutes. Okay, that is 2 into 60, that is equal to 120 seconds. Okay, I am converting it into SI unit. And find the speed acquired. Speed we need to find out. That is velocity without direction we should find out. Okay, and the distance travelled. First one is speed and the second one is distance travelled. Distance travelled. See here, find out how we can find out the speed acquired means it is the final velocity. What is the representation for final velocity? V. V equals, what is the formula to find out V? Using these data U, A and T. What is the formula? Yes, V equals U plus AT. We have U with us, A with us and T with us. So just substitute and find out the result. So U is 0, A is 0.1 and time is 120. So you will get the answer as 12 meter per second. Okay, so next is distance travelled. Distance travelled, how we can find out? What is the formula? Yes, you should find out. Distance travelled means yes. S is equal to, what is the formula if you know U, A and T? S is equal to UT plus half AT square. This is the formula, isn't it? So S is equal to, what is U here? 0. So that term fully we can write it as 0. Plus half, what is A value? 0.1, T square is 120 the whole square. So while we are solving, 120 whole square is 144 and 00 into 0.1. So you will be getting 1440 divided by 2. So the answer is 720 meters. Okay, clear? So the next one, second one from page number 110. Second one. A train is travelling at a speed of 90 km per hour. Brakes are applied so as to produce a uniform acceleration of minus 0.5 meter per second square. Find how far the train will go before it is brought to rest. That is, a train is traveling at a speed of 90 km per hour. That means it is traveling with a speed of. So while we are observing the train, it is moving. So what is meant by that 90 km per hour? It is initial velocity. Initial velocity is 90 km per hour. This kilometer per hour we should convert to SI unit. Okay, so how we can convert this into SI unit? First, how we can convert kilometer per hour to SI unit is meter per second. How we can convert? So kilometer to meter, how we can convert? Multiply by 1000. So we can multiply by 1000, and hour to second means how we can convert? 60 into 60, that is 3600. So the 0 will get cancelled. 2 means it's 5 and this is 8. So if we are multiplying with 5 by 80, you can convert it into meter per second. So to convert kilometer per hour to meter per second, we can multiply by 5 by 18. So 90 into 5 by 18. So 5 5s, so it is 25 meter per second. Okay, so this is the conversion from kilometer per hour to meter per second. Okay, so U is given as 25 meter per second. Brakes are applied so as to produce a uniform acceleration of minus 0.5 meter per second square. Uniform acceleration is minus 0.5 meter per second square. What is the meaning of minus sign over there? Yes, this is acceleration is decreasing with respect to time. So it is negative acceleration, or we can call it as retardation. So acceleration equals minus 0.5 meter per second square. Okay, that is acceleration. And find how far the train will go before it is brought to rest. It is coming to rest position. What is the meaning of that? Afterwards it's not moving. That means its final velocity is equal to 0. If the object is starting from rest, initial velocity is 0. If the object is coming to rest, then final velocity will be equal to 0. What we should find out here? How far does the train will go? Isn't it? So yes, how we can U, A and V we have. How we can find out? Yes, which formula we can use for this? Yes, B square minus U square equals 2AS. So what is B here? 0 minus U is 25 square equals 2 into AS minus 0.5 into S. Therefore, S equals, how we can find out? Minus 25 square divided by 2 into 0.5. Minus 25 into 25 into 10 divided by 2 into 5. 2 5s are 10. So this and this will get cancelled. You will get it as here. Acceleration also minus. So one minus sign is there. Minus into minus divided by minus, it will be plus. So the answer will be 625 meters. Clear? Now the third one. A trolley while going down an inclined plane has an acceleration of 2 centimeter per second square. What will be its velocity 3 seconds after the start? So what and all data are given? A trolley while going down an inclined plane has an acceleration of 2 centimeter per second square. So trolley is going down in a inclined plane. Its acceleration is given as 2 centimeter per second square. We can convert it into meter per second square. 2 centimeter to meter conversion divided by 100. So 2 divided by 100 is 0.02 meter per second square. Otherwise you can keep it like that itself. Centimeter per second square also not wrong. Okay, but you can better convert it into SI unit, 0.02 meter per second square. What will be its velocity after in 3 seconds? See, velocity is given as what velocity we should find out after 3 seconds. Time is given as 3 seconds. 3 seconds. How we can find out if velocity is, we need to find out, acceleration is given, time we should find out. How we can find out? Acceleration equals velocity divided by time. So acceleration is velocity equals acceleration into time. What is acceleration? 0.02 into 3. So the answer will be 0.606 meter per second. That is the velocity, isn't it? Unit is meter per second. It's easy, right? Next one. A racing car has a uniform acceleration of 4 meter per second square. What distance will it cover in 10 seconds after start? So, a racing car has a uniform acceleration of 4 meter per second square. That means acceleration equals 4 meter per second square. What distance will it cover in 10 seconds after start? So after 10 seconds, what distance will it cover? Distance we should find after start. After start means, what is the meaning of that? Yes, its initial velocity is equal to 0. Okay, how we can find out the distance here? So including distance, the object is under uniform acceleration, it is given. So we can understand that we can use any of the equations of motion. So S formula, what are the formula? S is equal to ut plus half at square is there. V square minus u square equals 2a is also there. Which formula is suitable for this one? S equals ut plus half at square. Isn't it? So all the data are given in which equation? Yes, for the first equation all the data are there, isn't it? So we can use that one. S is equal to ut plus half at square. What is u here? 0 plus half. What is a? 4 into t square is 10 square. So that is equal to 2. So it is 200 meters. Okay, so clear? Next question. Fifth one. A stone is thrown in a vertically upward direction with a velocity of 5 meter per second. If the acceleration of the stone during its motion is 10 meter per second square in the downward direction, what will be the height attained by the stone and how much time will it take to reach there? Okay, a stone is thrown in a vertically upward direction with a velocity of 5 meter per second. That means a stone is throwing upwards. If it is throwing upwards, what will be its initial velocity? The velocity given will be the initial velocity, because we are throwing with a velocity. With a velocity means initial velocity is given as 5 meter per second. If the acceleration of the stone during its motion is 10 meter per second square, so the acceleration is given as 10 meter per second square. In the downward direction. So acceleration is acting downward direction. So acceleration is downwards, but we are throwing the stone upward. So it is against acceleration. So we should give a negative sign to acceleration, because against the velocity motion of the stone. If the acceleration is acting against the stone, we can give a negative sign. Okay, if you are taking acceleration as positive, you should give the rest of the values a negative. So better you can give the acceleration minus 10 in the upward direction. Okay, then what will be the height attained by the stone and how much time will it take to reach there? We should find out height attained by the stone and the time required. Okay, if I am throwing a stone upward direction, what will happen? After some distance, it will come down, isn't it? So after some distance, so maximum height when it is attaining, what will be its velocity? If it has velocity, it would have gone a little bit more distance up, isn't it? So if the velocity becomes 0, it will start falling down. Okay, so the final velocity is equal to 0. If you are throwing with some velocity, it will be having velocity, that velocity will be the initial velocity. Reaching to the maximum height, final velocity will be 0. That is the main thing you should remember. Okay. S equals. So S we should find out. Which formula we can use? U we have, A and V we have. Tell me which formula we can use to find out S. Very good. V square minus U square equals 2AS. What is V? 0. U 5. Yes. What is S here? So 25 divided by minus 20. So it will be S will be 1.25 meters. Okay, clear? So next one is time we should find out. Which formula we can use to find out the time? V equals U plus ATS. Only 3 formulas are there, right? So it's easy for you to remember also. Okay, 5 and respective values you can substitute. So you can write it as 10t equals 5. So what is t here? 5 by 10.5 seconds. Okay, clear? So understood this one? These are the in-text questions. Now we are going to discuss about the textbook exercise. Okay. Now it's from page number 112. Okay, first question. An athlete completes one round of a circular track of diameter 200 meter in 40 seconds. Okay, so an athlete completes one round of circular track. It's a circular track of diameter is given as 200 meter. In 40 seconds, what will be the distance covered and displacement at the end of 2 minutes 20 seconds? So diameter is given as 200 meters and time is given as 2 minutes 20 seconds. So first we will convert this into SI unit. So what we should find out? Distance we should find out and displacement we should find out. Okay. So tell me how we can convert it into SI unit. 2 into 60, that is minutes, plus 20. So it will be equal to 140 seconds. So time required is 140 seconds. In 140 seconds, what will be the distance covered and displacement? So in 200 meter, for completing one round, he requires 40 seconds. So to complete at this time, where will be his position? So maybe he is starting from this point and completing one circular round in 40 seconds. Okay, then we should find out the distance and displacement. How we can find out the distance and displacement? See, in 40 seconds he is taking one round, and in 40 seconds one round. Then in 80 seconds he will take second round. In 120 seconds he will take the third round. Then 20 more seconds. If 20 more seconds means he will be covering, yes, half the way, because 40 seconds means full circle. Now it is 20 seconds. So he will be covering till here, B. Okay, so his position here now is, it's over here. Okay, so now the position is here. What will be the distance and displacement? We should find out. So distance, how we can find out? Distance covered means first he had taken the full round. How many full round he had taken? 3 full rounds he had taken. 3 rounds. So 3 into. So 1 round means how much distance he will be covering? First you should find out the circumference of the circle, because this will be the 1 round, isn't it? So first find out the circumference. Circumference of a circle is, what is the formula to find out the circumference? Yes, 2 pi r. 2 pi into, what is the radius? 100. 200 meter is the diameter. So the radius is 200 pi. So what is the distance covered? So total distance covered will be equal to 3 rounds he is taking. So 3 into 200 pi plus he is taking how much more distance he is taking? Yes, this half of 2 pi r, that is 1 more 100 pi. He is half means 200. See, he is covering till here, half of circumference. Half of circumference means 100 pi. So together he is taking 700 pi, or we can write it as 700 into pi is value is 22 by 7. So 2200 meters. This will be the distance covered by the athlete. Okay, now we should find out the displacement. How we can find out the displacement? Displacement means it is the shortest distance between the initial and final point. What is the shortest distance between the initial point is A. What is the final point? B. So what is the shortest distance? Yes, through diameter. So 200 meter will be the displacement of the athlete. Okay, clear this one? 200 meter is the displacement and distance covered is 2200 meters. Clear? Next one, second one. Joseph jogs from one end A to the other end B of a straight 300 meter road in 2 minutes 30 seconds. And then turns around and jogs 100 meter back to point C in another 1 minute. What are the Joseph's average speeds and velocities in jogging from A to B and A to C? Okay, Joseph jogs from one end A to the other end B. Okay, he is jogging from one end A to another in a straight road 300 meters in 2 minutes 30 seconds. Okay, 2 minutes 30 seconds, and then turns around and jogs 100 meter back to point C in another 1 minute. So he is coming to the point C and taking 1 minute. 100 meter he is traveling for that. What we should find out? We should find out average speed and average velocities from A to B. First one, from A to B, find the average speed and then you should find out the average velocity. Average speed means total distance travelled divided by total time. So what is the total distance travelled by the person here from A to B? 300 meters divided by, what is the total time for that? So you should convert it into seconds. 2 into 60 plus 30. So you will get it as 150 seconds. So you will get it as 2 meter per second. Okay. Now average velocity. Average velocity means, what is the formula? Total displacement divided by total time. What is the total displacement in this case? Tell me. 300 meters only, isn't it? Displacement also in straight line. It is given in the question. So displacement also 300 only. What is the total time? 150. So the answer is 2 meter per second. Okay. Now we are going to find out from A to C. This is direct question. Next is A to C. So how we can find out the average speed? Average speed equals total distance travelled divided by total time. What is the total distance travelled? 300, then 100. So together it will be 400. So 300 plus 100 divided by, what is the total time taken? 125 seconds he took it for from A to B, and 1 more minute he took it for A to B to C. So 1 minute if he is taking, what will be the total time? Total time required is 150. Total time is 150 plus 1 more 60. So that is 210 seconds. So 150 he is already covering 150 seconds. Along with that 1 more 60 minutes. So it is given as 210 seconds. So 210, that is 400 divided by 210. So 40 divided by 21 meter per second, or you can convert it into 40 divided by 21 while you are doing. You will get it as 1.9 meter per second square you will get. Now average velocity, how you can find out? Total displacement divided by total time. What is the total displacement of the object? Now it is 200 meter, isn't it? So 200 divided by 210. So you will get it as 20 divided by 21. You will get 0.9 meter per second square. Okay, so this is the displacement. Total displacement is 200 meter. Okay, so here the total displacement is 0.9 meter per second square. Clear? So all those the questions you understood. So I'm winding up for today. So in next video we will be discussing the rest of the numericals. Okay, if you like the channel, please don't forget to subscribe. Thank you for watching. Bye.